ABC Kinderteach presents Blueberries for Sale, written by Robert McCloskey. One day, little Sal, must be Sally maybe, went with her mother to Blueberry Hill to pick blueberries. Little Sal brought along her small tin pail, and her mother brought her large tin pail to put berries in. "We will take our berries home and can them," said her mother. "Then we will have food for the winter." So they're picking blueberries to save for later. Little Sal picked 3 berries and dropped them in her little tin pail. Ka-plink, ka-plank, ka-plunk. She picked 3 more berries and ate them. She's not putting many in her pail. Then she picked more berries and dropped 1 in the pail. Ka-plunk, and the rest she ate. Then little Sal ate all 4 blueberries out of her pail. So now she has no blueberries in her pail, just a lot of blueberries in her stomach. Her mother walked slowly through the bushes, picking blueberries as she went and putting them in her pail. Little Sal struggled along behind, picking blueberries and eating every single one. So there is little Sal, and there is her mother. Little Sal hurried ahead and dropped a blueberry in her mother's pail. It didn't sound ka-plink. I wonder why. Because the bottom of the pail was already covered with berries. Oh, so it was bouncing onto berries, which don't make that noise. She reached down inside to get her berry back. Though she really didn't mean to, she pulled out a large handful because there were so many blueberries right up close to the one she had put in. So she reaches in to get her one berry, and she comes out with a handful. I wonder what her mother's going to say. Her mother stopped picking and said, "Now, Sal, you run along and pick your own berries. Mother wants to take her berries home and can them for next winter." Her mother went back to her picking, but little Sal, because her feet were tired of standing and walking, sat down in the middle of a large clump of bushes and ate blueberries. On the other side of Blueberry Hill, Little Bear came with his mother to eat blueberries. "Little Bear," she said, "eat lots of berries and grow big and fat. We must store up food for the long, cold winter." So the mother bear is telling the cub to eat a lot of blueberries for next winter. But they don't have pails, do they? Little Bear followed behind his mother as she walked slowly through the bushes, eating berries. Little Bear stopped now and then to eat berries. Then he had to hustle, move along quickly, along to catch up. Because his feet were tired of hustling, he picked out a large clump of bushes and sat down right in the middle and ate blueberries. So he is separated from his mother, and Sal is separated from her mother. I wonder what's going to happen next. Is the cub and the little girl going to run into each other? Let's see. Over on the other side of the hill, little Sal ate all of the berries she could reach from where she was sitting. Then she started out to find her mother. Where is her mother? I don't see her anywhere. Maybe she's behind this big boulder. She heard a noise from around the rock and thought, That is my mother walking along. So maybe she thinks her mother is over here, but isn't that where the bear is? But it was a mother crow and her children, and they stopped eating berries and flew away, saying, caw, caw, caw. Then she heard another noise in the bushes and thought, well, that is surely my mother, and I will go that way. I hope it's her mother, not the bear. Oh no, oh no. But it was Little Bear's mother instead. She was tramping, walking with a heavy step, along, eating berries and thinking about storing up food for the winter. Little Sal tramped right along behind, so she decides she's going to follow the bear. Don't do that. If you see a bear, do not follow it. By this time, Little Bear had eaten all the berries he could reach without moving from his clump of bushes. Then he hustled off to catch up with his mother. Oh, where is his mother? I don't see her. He hunted and hunted, but his mother was nowhere to be seen. He heard a noise from over a stump and thought, that is my mother walking along. Is it going to be his mother or is it going to be Sal's mother? Let's see. But it was a mother partridge and her children right there. And this is what a partridge really looks like. They stopped eating berries and hurried away. Then he heard a noise in the bushes and thought, that is surely my mother. I will hustle that way. So let's see. Sal came across some crows making noise that he thought was his mother. Bear comes across some partridges making noise that he thought was his mother. Then Sal came across his mother. So I wonder if the noise he now hears is Sal's mother. Let's see. But it was Little Sal's mother instead. We were right. She was walking along, picking berries and thinking about canning, putting in jars like jelly, them for next winter. Little Bear hustled right along behind. Little Bear is doing the same thing that Sal is doing to Little Bear's mother. Little Bear and Little Sal's mother and Little Sal and Little Bear's mother were all mixed up with each other among the blueberries on Blueberry Hill. So there's Sal's mother and Little Bear, and there is Bear's mother, and there's Sal, but they're going in the wrong direction. Little Bear's mother heard Sal walking along behind and thought it was Little Bear, and she said, Little Bear, munch, munch. Eat all you gulp can possibly hold. Swallow. Little Sal said nothing. She picked 3 berries and dropped them ka-plink, ka-plank, ka-plunk in her small tin pail. I wonder if the mother bear is going to notice the noise of the berries dropping in the pail. Little Bear's mother turned around to see what on earth could make a noise like ka-plunk. Boy, Mother Bear seemed surprised. Garumph, she cried, choking on a mouthful of berries. This is not my child. Where is Little Bear? She took one good look and backed away. She was old enough to be shy of people, even a very small person like Little Sal. Then she turned around and walked off very fast to hunt for Little Bear. So what's Sal going to do? Little Sal's mother heard Little Bear tramping along behind and thought it was Little Sal. She kept right on picking and thinking about canning blueberries for next winter. What's going to happen next? Little Bear padded up and peeked into her pail. Of course, he only wanted to taste a few of what was inside, but there were so many and they were so close together that he tasted a tremendous, very big mouthful by mistake. I don't know if it was a mistake, but he is sitting there eating the berries. I think she's going to notice that and turn around. "Now, Sal," said little Sal's mother without turning around, "you run along and pick your own berries. Mother wants to can these for next winter." Little Bear tasted another tremendous mouthful and almost spilled the entire pail of blueberries. Well, I think that got the mother's attention. Little Sal's mother turned around and gasped, "My goodness, you are not little Sal. Where's my child?" Little Bear just sat munching and swallowing and licking his lips. Little Sal's mother slowly backed away. She was old enough to be shy of bears, even very small bears like Little Bear. Then she turned and walked away quickly to look for little Sal. Are they going to find the right children? She hadn't gone very far before she heard a ka-plink, ka-plank, ka-plunk. She knew just what made that kind of noise. Yes, berries in a pail. Little Bear's mother had not hunted very long before she heard a hustling sound that stopped now and then to munch and swallow. She knew just what made that kind of a noise. It was her cub. Little Bear and his mother went home down one side of Blueberry Hill, eating berries all the way and full of food stored up for next winter, and little Sal and her mother went down the other side of Blueberry Hill, picking berries all the way, and drove home with food to can for next winter, a whole pail of blueberries and 3 more besides. So 4 pails, that's a lot.